Welcome back. I'm glad you're watching us live. If you're watching us live, you could instead be watching Twitch Presents, where they're presenting the uncensored version of Killing Bites Marathon, and people are losing their shit because a ton of people have never seen Killing Bites. They are now addicted to Killing Bites, which is good for me because I think Killing Bites is near the top tier of what anime could be, as long as it's trash. Listen, Killing Bites is straight up.
I've never seen Killing Bites.
Oh my god. Well, first off, it's on Amazon Prime. It's straight up trash garbage, but it's literally the best hot garbage you'll ever see. I don't know how to explain it in any other way. Every aspect of this show is straight up fan service, like complete shonen bullshit bait, but somehow they turn it around and make it into something fresh and new, despite the fact that every component is something you've seen before.
Interesting.
It's also full of memes. Glorious memes and facial reactions.
I'm just going to read like one sentence about the show for everyone. Hitomi is a honey badger, which has been called the most fearless of all animals.
That's all I needed. I'm sold. Thank you.
It is a Yakuza death match between half humans, half animals. And the honey badger character, Hitomi, shows up at the very beginning to shake up the scene and start wrecking the shit out of everybody.
Without fear.
Without fear. Yeah, she literally has no fear. As opposed to the rabbit character, who is filled only with fear, and spends the whole time cowering in a corner.
There's a surfing gear company called No Fear, and I think that's very, very accurate, because I don't know if anyone's ever been surfing before, but being in the ocean,
I remember having No Fear shirts when I was in school in the 90s.
Have you ever been like,
you're afraid of the ocean?
Have you ever been pummeled by a wave and like for a minute you're like, oh well, I haven't surfaced yet and I'm still like rolling and I don't know when I'll like get a chance to get to the surface. Like the ocean is terrifyingly, like it can kill you in a second.
You need to respect the ocean, but you probably shouldn't be afraid of it. It'll mess you up when you're getting pummeled.
I miss the ocean. I need to get out there more.
Fucking live in California?
Yeah,
but isn't that entire state a fucking ocean?
2 hours until from here to the ocean.
And look, in like 10 years, you're just going to be a floating island citadel. Okay,
that'll be amazing.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you're anywhere,
California will finally declare independence.
I need to like go 6 hours south.
They'll use like a nuclear stockpile to set off all the fault lines and just have the whole state go out to the ocean.
Have you guys seen the actual real scientific projected maps for like 2050 of California?
No.
Have you seen these?
No.
It's fucking insane because okay, here's California. All of the middle is all water that connects to the ocean. The whole state is going to be underwater, except for these weird like peninsulas that I'm going to be on one of them.
Yeah, I'm going to be at the bottom of that.
Oh yeah, you're under. You're not, because I was going to say you might be beachfront property suddenly, but no, you'll be underwader. People, you should go. If you don't believe me, go look. It's real and it's going to happen.
Let me Google that for you real quick.
I'm at like one of the major tributaries of the Delta that is going to be the cause of all of this flooding. And right where two rivers combine, it's just when flooding happens, it's probably going to affect me.
Yeah. Well, I'm like on a hill above the bay. Tamales Bay is like right down there. Okay. So the bay will rise up probably like, a lot closer to my house. So that should rise the property value if I have a nice bay view suddenly.
There are only 10 menu items available at Rixion Academy.
Oh, then we have to try all of them.
The first is nutrient paste for your Roroni. The second is nutrient paste for humans. And the next 8 are sweet potato, pear, cherry, ketchup, onion, steamed cabbage, rice and peas. Goat curry, saltfish cod, and jerk chicken. That is the entirety of their culinary arts. You can order extra rice as a side dish.
I have to try all of them. I mean,
Okay.
Will eating Veroni how do you say it again?
Veroni paste will kill you.
It will kill me. Okay,
definitely die.
not that one.
They're a
Everything but
silicone-based
that
life
one.
form.
You will
Their
die. but
DNA is fundamentally different for yours because they
Okay.
don't have DNA.
Makes sense. So
I would like to take some human paste.
Okay.
And I just want to use my brain to like compress it as hard as I can into like chips. Because I can get like the 800
Mm-hmm.
kilos pressing on these things. So I want to
Just
make like
explodes and sprays
a new
everyone.
form of food. I will ruffle the ridges and I will sprinkle them with some salt and pepper.
Okay. Even with the salt and pepper, it is literally the most bland thing you have ever tasted. But as you have ridged it, it has a really strange texture. It is both slimy and with the ridges, kind of weirdly aerated.
Yeah, I eat one, one, and then I leave the rest that I have made sitting in a pile.
As soon as you stop compressing them, they poof back to their original size, like a tofu block.
all right. So yeah, how is
That happens in your mouth, by the way. You eat it, it just you're forced to chew on it.
So it's like cornstarch. It only holds its shape until you stop exerting some kind of force on it.
Cool. How are the other flavors of nutrient paste? Or are they actual food?
There is only one flavor of nutrient.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So they have actual rice here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna have some from everything. I'm just gonna like order one of everything and then just try a little bit of each one.
It is awful. Everything here is the worst thing you have ever tasted in the galaxy. Each is a greater disappointment than the last. The avocados are not ripe. Cherries seem to be under sugared. The whatchamacallit, the pigeon peas and kidney beans both are like lacking in any kind of seasoning, but seem to have been covered in some sort of amino acid protein sauce in order to make sure that they provide enough protein for you to consider eating them as a full dish.
Okay, right when I said okay, everything Arthur said up to there, you can just imagine in my voice loudly complaining as we sample all these goods.
So Sindria is just like, that is
I mean, I think this is a problem with having no capitalism. If there's no one competing for better flavors, this is what you end up with.
The choice of minimal texture and flavor is an aesthetic one that our people have made for generations. We seek greater spiritual enlightenment through discussion and seek to cut ourselves off from all material needs as much as possible.
I think around that time is when I walk up after my little shopping trip and sit down and just start chowing away, like not even noticing this is bland, terrible shit. Just
yeah. I'll be like, Juan Diego, put away your hot sauce. You'll collapse their whole fucking civilization if they find out how good it is. Yeah, I'm sure.
No, please. If you have seasonings that you wish to add to your own dishes, we do not mind. Again, our choice is a voluntary one.
Okay, so yeah, I am drenching this in like Juan Diego's hot sauces and like salt and pepper until that's what it tastes like.
The only thing that manages to taste good with the hot sauce is the jerk chicken.
I thought you were going to say the cherries.
No. Cherries and hot sauce are not something that go together.
You're wrong.
Almost nothing in hot sauce goes together.
Sour cream and hot sauce.
No, that's even worse. That's a fucking ruination of sour cream. Goddamn bother.
I have very, very picky standards for hot sauce because I don't want my hot sauce to taste like vinegar.
Yeah,
if it tastes like vinegar, then it's failing.
You're eating something that is good with vinegar.
which is nothing. There's nothing that's good with vinegar.
No, you're
Except
wrong.
oil, like oil and vinegar.
Vinegar makes the
sandwich.
best ribs barbecue sauce. Vinegar-based barbecue sauces are a North Carolina specialty for a reason. You would know.
I
'cause
actually agree with that.
You're from California and you've never tasted good ribs.
I mean, I've tasted good ribs.
Have you been to North Carolina?
I mean, you can still make ribs. You're allowed to.
There's this
They were pretty
magical
good.
mecca called North Carolina.
I didn't say
that
they were the best
when-
ribs. I said
When you enter it, they just hand you a rack of North Carolina style ribs.
they're like, you got any fruits or vegetables?
A
You got any ribs?"
shotgun,
Well, now you do.
and they also hand you a ticket to the Kitty Hawk Museum. And that's what happens
Gotcha.
every time you go to North Carolina.
If that was true, I'd go there all the time.
Indeed.
Just fly out there for dinner twice a week.
I feel like that would be extremely expensive.
When you get to California, we just warn you
Right.
that our sales tax is fucking really high.
Oh,
Ugh.
yeah. Let me tell you about the
Right.
Delaware sales tax, motherfucker. 0%. I go to the dollar store, I put $1 on the table, and I walk out with stuff.
Yeah, I spend like 20% more than you on stuff in general.
Amazon's like, where do you live? I'm like, Delaware. They're like, yeah, you cool. You cool.
Great. So we eat some really, really, really boring, terrible food.
So
I love
Jonas, you were given a like a specialized broadsheet at the armory. Sorry, at the PX that will help you build the psi suit of your dreams if you want to have one custom made.
Okay.
So you, as a psychic, can't use psychic fittings in a psi suit, but you can use the normal fittings in a psi suit.
What
And
do the
those,
psychic fittings do?
most of them enhance your psychic powers or allow you to punch people with the mech, stuff like that. You should probably open the rulebook to the psychic mech section because there's some pretty crazy shit that psi
You got a
suits
page number for me?
Psi suits start on 304. So there's a fitting called Augmented Enviroseals that give you 4 times the resistance against corrosion, erosion, contamination, and radiation. So it would extend your ability to stay on the... What is the name of it?
Bad planet.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get the name of the planet is Bierkugan. From 6 hours to 24 hours. Your ship would still get hot radioactively.
I mean, that would be a huge improvement.
Yeah, interval between radiation saving throws is multiplied by 4.
A 1d12 MES knife?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Problem
That's
is the psi suit itself costs 300,000 credits.
400,000 where I'm looking. But I've got that. Eldritch engines. Oh my god.
And then I have to modify 2 of the suits to where non-psychics can use them.
No, non-psychics can use suits.
Oh, they can?
Yep. So non-psychics can pilot psionic suits. The problem is that you can't use psionic fittings.
Right.
So
That's
you
fine.
couldn't use MES knives on a suit. So Virgil, I think you're looking at the pre-made Hectate psi suit.
Mhm.
They don't have those available. They only have like scientific discovery suits available.
Is that on here or no?
Yes. Above the Hectate is where all of the custom fitted suits are. So you'd have to build one from scratch, which is essentially what they've given Jonas. Is their like, here's how you build a bear workshop. Except in this case, the bear is a psionic suit capable of, surviving
heavy-
being dropped out of an atmosphere.
Okay, so but these are going to be small. What is it?
So these suits are literally suits.
Yeah, so I can't get a heavy and do 3d12
No, they don't have the capability.
max. Okay, so
They can literally only make the suit called psi suit.
I
But
don't
each
see
of these
anything
suits
called
comes
psi-
with a micro AI that will assist you in maintaining your suit's atmosphere, answering questions for you, providing navigation, etc.
I mean, I don't need a psi suit. Could I use like a shock suit or
No, they again, they only produce psi suits.
shit?
That is the only thing they sell.
Speed 4, armor, hit point, power 5. Where does it? All I see in it is where it says hull size suit costs 300K, right?
Yep.
Maintenance 500.
Yep. And then it tells you the level of fittings it has via its power, mass, and hardpoint. If you scroll down past that, you got mech fittings, which tell you what you need to put on things.
15 hard points and 5 power, and that's going to be my spendings.
Yep. So a psi suit has 1 hard point, 5 power, and 5 mass. More importantly, a psi suit has a AC 20, which is one of the best ACs in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yep,
I will.
I mean, yeah,
fast.
those can breach most mechs in one shot. You know.
Yeah, I will definitely grab one of these as well.
Okay, so it'll take a week for them to custom fit it to you, and then you need to know what fittings you're putting on it ahead of time. So it sounds like you guys are doing some shopping. I guess we have a montage of, are all of you getting one?
Oh yeah, definitely.
God, they're so expensive.
Yeah,
it's
we
like
have
it already blew most of my money buying like the pre-tech salvage and crap like that.
So what is the shows where they go and get people fitted for bridal dresses and all their friends like sit outside with someone to bring them like coffee and tea and cakes and shit? That's what happens here, right? Like Syndria goes with you as your guide on planet. And then there's like a staff member who stays out with the 2 of you that aren't getting fitted, and then they keep bringing whoever the main character of the scene is out and like a newly fitted suit, and they're like, is it tight enough yet? Can you still feel circulation in your left hand?
No, I can't feel it at all.
Perfect. Fits excellently. Don't mind the yellow warning light. Yeah. So you guys will need to pick your sub fittings. For those of you at home watching this, and for those live in chat, this is the most boring thing you could imagine. Yeah. All 3 players are suddenly custom fitting themselves with weapons, armor, and subsystems.
So this list of mech fittings from active camo down to void thrusters is what we're working with.
Right. I mean, you can also buy weapons and defenses.
I mean, we're obviously going to want the augmented and virus seals.
But the augmented and viral seals, your suits will last for 24 hours or until they're breached. And if they're breached, you'll just die. Do they get custom voices for their AI? Yeah. Yes, they do.
Okay, so let's make some notes here.
Let's see. All right. So we got 5 power, 5 mass. What's the single hard point? What is that for, a weapon fitting or?
I think it's for weapon or defense.
Okay.
Say whether it requires a hard point.
Okay, so 5 and 5. All right, and then we've got our augmented and virus
weapons
seals,
take up a hard
power
point.
And 2
yes.
mass. All right.
You enjoy the inane accounting? You know, there are way more people that enjoy that shit on my channel than I fucking am.
Okay, so let's...
Every time I'm like, all right, guys, we're going to spend like 6 hours sitting down and calculating trade routes. And people are like, oh my God, I can't keep the saliva in my mouth.
So guys, let's like talk about a few things, because we want someone with a field medical unit, right? One person should like have that. Oh, we lost Kelson momentarily. Let's just not like double up on stuff. Make sure we're like working to get a good team of suits here. like, oh, did we just lose Kelsa?
No. It's just,
was that a cord?
Nope. Working on her camera.
Something got chewed, I think. Vivification. Wait, what's my new psionic power?
You tell me, what is your new psionic
yeah,
power?
it's meta scion. So I'm a level 0 meta scion, which means
Meta wheat.
I apologize for dog antics.
So I could negate psi mech powers, no problem. I don't think that's a very good choice. But I could do a telekinetic speed boost. That might be good. So I was thinking, Kelsa, we should have like one person should get a cargo space, one person should get like a medical.
Yeah, so far I've got augmented enviroseals, breaching tool, and cargo space.
Okay. I definitely also want augmented enviroseals. You already said breaching tools, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, I'm building a utility suit because I'm like of course, the engineer type dude. Actually, I think that's all I'm going to get because I don't have much money, comparatively speaking.
No weapons?
So enviroseals.
No defense systems? This is a consular ship. If this is a consular ship, then where is the ambassador?
Okay, enviroseals.
So I'm right 336,000 out of my 389. So
oh boy.
Because I spend a lot of money on upgrading our ship and stuff.
What does your new suit look like?
Mine?
Yeah, are we talking like the Expanse spacesuits? Are we talking the NASA spacesuit? Are we talking you look like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Oh, totally the Expanse spacesuits. Yeah.
Yeah. I like those spacesuits.
I prefer the Mars Congressional Republic Navy. That's just me.
Finger of God is a weapon.
You can't use it. It's a psychic thing, I think.
Yeah, it is.
It's a psychic thing.
Actually, yeah, I'll slap on a heavy machine gun.
It looks like only weapons require hard points.
Yep, only weapons.
And that is it. I've maxed out my power mass and hard point.
Oh, I got to the mute just before I sneezed. Perfect.
Congratulations.
You only had to watch it rather than hear it.
Enviroseals for sure, right?
Okay.
You're gonna get that. That's 1 energy 2 mass. Kinesis boost, that's sweet. It's 1 and 1.
Are you getting a regular heavy machine gun, or are you getting a TL4 heavy machine?
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Wait.
I'm pretty sure it's the regular heavy machine gun. It's the one that costs 10K. Does 3d6.
So yeah, you can't use it against mech armor, and it also won't work against police like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. You fire actual bullets. Gyrojets. Virgil, what do you got? You were listing some things.
Yeah, so I realized that one of the things I want isn't a suit thing, unfortunately. But I will get a kinesis boost, which speeds me up with my psychic powers. A neural activity sensor. I'm figuring I'll get the psi one since I'm the only ones that can use them. So I can detect sentient minds with that neural activity sensor, which sounds great. What was the other one I was looking at?
Hopefully you're getting that environmental seal.
Yeah, the Enviro Steel.
Yeah.
And then the polyspectral sensors, penetrating sensors scan within 100 meters. Yeah.
It cannot penetrate EM hardened barriers, but doesn't trigger security alert.
Nice.
All right, so you'll be the only one that's ever actually able to see through the storm.
That should be fine, as long as somebody can. Okay, I think I'm going with hardened polyceramic overlay, which is a
Good
defense.
choice. Yeah.
Rocket launcher, and the augmented enviro seals.
Are you getting the TL3 or TL4 rocket launcher? TL4 requires paying for it twice.
Let's see here. Yeah, I'll pay for that twice. I've got a shit ton of money.
Okay, so now you have a rocket capable of penetrating other mech suits.
Okay.
And I can still afford an MES knife on top of
is that all it is to upgrade your weapon to be able to penetrate other suits?
Pay the price twice. Yep.
Okay, then yeah, I'll pay mine twice for the machine gun.
So the only reason to not upgrade the rocket launcher is to just walk up to regular human beings and fire it, and then walk through your own blast radius.
Okay,
no
so
damage.
That's another 10K. Man, I am running super low on funds.
I'm sorry, did you get an MES knife as well?
Mm-hmm.
So the MES knife looks like it looks like television static. That is coming out of the original Zealots from StarCraft 1. Like it comes out of the arm like 6 inches. It's just like a knife made of television static.
Right.
And it is fucking horrifying. Oh, Pry is in chat right now. Interesting.
Oh, so I'm getting all these prices here now that I made my decisions. This is all very pricey stuff.
Yes, it is.
So my question is: so the difference between upgrading the rocket launcher, wait.
Sorry, this is on top of the 300K, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why would I? So it seems like it would not make sense to not upgrade the rocket launcher.
Yeah, I don't think it'd make much sense not to.
Yeah.
Except for, financial limitations.
Yeah, and 8K is not gonna break me.
What names do you all give your micro AI? Just to be clear, this thing has like a dog level of intelligence.
Just for a little taste of home, I'm going to name mine Caprinia.
In that case, along those lines, I am going to paint mine bright orange and call it Poppy.
I'm just going to name mine Buddy.
All right, so Captain, when you get in your suit, it's one of the Tony Stark style overlays from Iron Man 3 on the front, and a deep voice goes, "Buddy online, MES knife online. Hello, Captain."
Oh, hey there, buddy. That's a low register you got. You came programmed like that, eh?
Indeed.
No, I like it. It's good. All right, all systems go then.
The suit is 100% verified.
So this thing is like reading. This thing is connected to my brain. Yeah, my psychic powers.
Yes, it is. So before you're able to move in the suit, you're asked to complete an end user license agreement and warranty. I mean, all of you have that happen, but for his, it's psychic, so it's literally attached to his brain.
Yeah.
I read it. I do what no one ever does, and I read it.
So the EULA doesn't apply in cases of you getting in combat, or if you do anything against the government of Rixion, or if you harm a... If your suit is damaged in the pursuit of harming a Rironi. Other than that, they'll cover it for 1 year.
Interesting. Okay, I'll check the box and click accept.
Okay.
All right. Now I feel pretty good about our run at this vault. We're all like space warriored out.
Weapons
Yeah, it
online.
only costs us like a grand total of 1.4 million credits, you know.
Sensors online. Jump jets online.
Yeah. So I'm getting... Oh, there we lost Kelsa.
Oh no, we lost Kelsa. Now everybody needs to turn their cameras off.
Okay. Off, everyone.
Then Virgil.
Right.
Damn it, Sid. All right, Labelfink.
Like that?
No, Sid turned his back on too quickly. There we go.
We did it.
Okay.
We got there.
So I can sense like people around me while I'm wearing this thing.
Yes.
Neural activity sensor. Gosh, I should really get... Whatever. I'll learn it more.
You're now learning that there are way, way more people in an area around you than you're comfortable with knowing.
I'm like, oh man, this is kind of weird. At least I don't know how many spiders there are, though. That'd be way worse.
I mean, it does detect sentient beings, so...
But I can't tell how many of those are spiders.
Yes. I can't tell how many of those are spiders.
As
I'm
long
just
as
like,
you don't
yeah,
know they're spiders, it's okay.
Like, okay. So yeah, I expect there to be like little things, but it's just like, oh, okay, everything's a lot of stuff, right? And then the other thing is I can do a scan.
Yep, it gives you everything within 100 meters around you.
Sweet.
So yeah, you get a mapping of the area around you.
Awesome.
It's actually horrifying because it, maps locations, but also people in the area. And so you can tell what they're wearing and what's going on under their clothes. It's TSA level of invasive.
All right. I'm going to ask Buddy if he can do if there's any like, child-friendly settings for this, so I don't have so much like junk up all in my face when I'm looking around.
Understood, Captain. I will micromanage your settings.
Yeah, I just don't feel good about glancing around, and it's just like these people are covering up for a reason.
So he does the same thing that radar arrays do, where it doesn't detect objects moving slower than 80 miles an hour. Pro tip: that's how aircraft with radar detect you on the highway. Because if you move faster than 80 miles an hour, you fucking light up on a goddamn radar array. It just begins removing objects that are not clearly human or possibly hostile off of your senses.
Okay, great. That feels a little better. Good job, buddy.
I've also made sure that everyone's clothes will stay on the overlay.
Good. I need to keep up with like local fashions and stuff.
When you say that, inside your suit, the overlay begins bringing up all the different local fashions. So there's about 300 million people here, and since pretty much everyone is an artist of some kind, there's over 10 million brands of local clothing that you can...
Wow.
So their food is crap, but their clothing is amazing.
I mean, their art is amazing. Essentially, remember, there's like no factories here, so everything is handmade.
All right. Wandiga's new goal: convince the people of this planet or system that food is art.
That's a good goal. You'll be at it for a while.
Nice.
I'm writing that down.
They're seeking spiritual transcendence as psychics. And those
I need just to convince them that you can.
Food
have
is love. Food is life.
Transcendent experience with food.
Didn't you ever see that anime where people eat food?
What's the name of this planet again?
It's technically not a planet, but its name is
Ice Ball.
Rixion. Rixeo.
Rixian object.
All right. So I kind of want to go to the Grove. But maybe wait till we get back.
You want to try to find someone to bond with you?
Yeah, but I don't know if I should take them right away because we're going to somewhere very dangerous. But I can ask them what they think about that. Like maybe they hate it in the Grove and they would really love to come with us. So I ask if anyone wants to come with me to the Grove to go visit some of these Roronis.
Like firing up the jackhammer on the breaching tool to test it out. I'm like, sure.
Let's go see what these jabronis are doing.
Jabronis.
You coming, Juan
Do
Diego?
you tell them what the Rock is cooking while you're on the way over there?
Yeah.
Yes, I will join you.
Okay.
All right. Is it like a place where you can just go and like walk in, or do you need like an appointment?
The Grove is one of these sealed hydrodomes. Inside, it is completely stark of natural vegetation. Everything growing here is a Roroni. Most Roronis are thousands of them are being kept in their tree form, and you can see that many of them have their psychic handlers nearby who are passing information to each other. They're essentially acting like an old style switchboard for the entire system.
What are the sizes of these plants? Range?
Most of the ones that are in their pods, their pots, are less than 3 feet tall. There are many that are along the edge that are growing in trellises or acting as vines that are going up the side of the dome. Some are as small as a thumb, and others are as large as 20, 30 feet long.
As soon as we start getting close, I'm just like, completing seal the suit.
The suit is already sealed, Jonas. I would never fail in my duty to protect you.
And I'll be like, hey buddy, why don't you just open up my face mask there? I'm gonna get some spores up in here.
So Captain...
I imagine that there's so many that eventually I'll fail. Oh shit.
So, can't you choose to fail?
No. And the problem is you need to attract one that wants to bond with you, right?
Okay, so then I will...
I mean, you're going to essentially be making a connection check here.
Oh, okay. So what I will do is I think I will sing some of the lullabies that the ship sings to me.
Some of the ship reports.
Interesting. Interesting. I will give you an assist on that from the ship.
Okay. Connect. Charisma.
You need an 8 to get the most basic level.
Come on, baby.
Okay.
11.
It's pretty decent.
There are several Roroni that want to bond with you, but one of them in particular, getting the others to back down.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah, so I go to that one. He seems excited. And take a big old whiff, get some of those good spores up in my brain. And I like,
double check my seals again.
I'm like, hey, how's it going, pal? I'm Captain Dean Fairless.
My name is Slayers.
Slayer's boxer.
That's not ominous or anything.
Seems like a good match for Disaster Arsenal.
That's true.
I'm like, oh, you got a nice place here in the Grove. You been here long?
I have been awaiting the arrival of one who is worthy to take me from there. I am one of the most powerful and prestigious of the Ruroni. You are worthy to carry me from this place on your adventures, and I will use my dark force energy to enhance your power. Bond with me, Captain Dean Fairless, and create the blood oath between us.
What the fuck?
Sure, do I need to, like, stab my hand onto one of your spiky bits?
Simply take your hand from your glove and place it upon me.
Buddy, glove.
The glove, like, and the bottom part,
yeah. And we get some do we get some very dramatic music?
We do.
Yeah.
When you touch them, nothing happens, but you can hear Slayers going, the connection is now complete. We are bonded now and for all eternity.
Your soul is now mine.
I'm like, oh, cool. All right. Yeah. Do I need to, like, sign you out with anyone? I'm like looking around for anyone with a clipboard.
So one of the guys nearby is just like, we've already checked you out.
Oh, all right. I'm just gonna lift him up with my brain powers, and be like, so guys, he's coming with us. He totally wants to hang out.
So Slayers is just like, excellent. This is the perfect mode of locomotion for one as prestigious as I.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah, I'll float you all over the place, buddy. I'm gonna take good care of you.
I double checked my suit seals again.
Yeah, I'm like, are you guys?
Juan Diego trusts his suit seals.
All right, you guys.
Trust but verify.
Guys, this is Slayers. I mean, if you're not gonna get a whiff, then he can't talk to you. But he can hear you, so you can go ahead and say hi.
His name is Slayers.
Yeah.
You
pretty
don't
fucking badass. Right? Can't argue with that.
That I trust your taste in anything,
No.
but I'll give this a try.
Are you lowering your suit's defenses to allow the spores through?
Not here.
Okay.
Yeah, not in the goddamn garden of like 1,000 beasts.
Caprinia, open up my task list. Add on, make sure ship filters are all changed and properly functional.
I've already synced it with the ship.
Thank you. Don't want no stray spores floating around the ship.
Yeah, well, we head back to the ship with our new suits and our new friends, Slayers.
As soon as you bring Slayers on board.
Oh, and I get a ton of paste, like just so much of that good paste for him. Do not
the plant food?
Yeah.
So when you go onto the ship,
Miracle Grow 9000?
The ship's filtration system begins the ship psychically begins informing the captain that the filtration system's in overdrive. And the ship sends a warning to Jonas that the spore levels coming out of the tree are ridiculous. It's actively attempting to connect with everyone on the ship.
Yeah, if you were trying to filter out the spores from just a regular mushroom, from like it would be impossible. There's like trillions of them. I have to feed my cat. I'll be 10 feet that way. 1 sec. I can still hear.
Go ahead.
So yeah, I'll do what I can to make to not make modifications, but to make sure everything's set up for the air filters to do the best job they can.
They'll do the best job they can, but everyone will at some point be exposed to it the instant they get out of their suit. Like or take a shower.
I'll send a warning to all ship's crew.
None of them have suits, so they were infected the moment you brought it on board.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, some of them will pass their saves and some of them won't.
The question is, do Jonas and Juan Diego pass their saves?
I don't know why you guys don't.
Are they destined to be bonded to, as chat calls it, Lord Slayers? Chad has already adopted Slayers as the new god NPC of this game.
Yeah. If he asks me to call him that, I'll feel a little uncomfortable. But
No, he's
But
not
you'll
going
do
to.
it.
I'll like
Sorry,
I'll see if there's any way to purchase portable air purifiers.
It's not going to help. I mean, this thing is specifically designed
let's
to.
roll some dice.
Yep.
Hey.
Nope. Juan Diego, welcome to the
Nat
Slayers
1.
Club.
Oh man! All right, so this is a mental save, right?
Judgment Knights of Thunder. No, you're good. Jonas can never bond with Slayers.
I'm perfectly fine with this.
I'm actually okay with being bonded with Slayers.
The
Yeah,
rest
I'm
of the crew,
perfectly-
except for Drand, all fail their saves as well and can Slayers.
Sweet. So yeah, we all hang out with Slayers for a while. Tell them about like some of our past adventures, like how many times things have gone wrong, and how we try to make it right again. And that we're pretty sure we're not all gonna die when we go to the place that everyone else has died when they went to it, which is where we're going now. Aren't you excited?
Slayers is excited, and he tells you
Yes.
stories about all the times he's used his Dark Force power. So he's like, I've used my Dark Force power in order to save my pre-master before their untimely demise.
That's pretty sweet.
The Dark Force runs deeply through my, they wouldn't say bloodline, silicon
Lineage?
chemistry.
Lineage. Works good.
Lineage.
I'm not certain. that
Oh,
I
so
like
he's not really evil. He's just a poser. Got it.
Yeah, if you had failed your mental save, you would have figured that out.
what this dark force is that you're speaking of.
The Dark Force is a specific power that I and all of my lineage produce when we are bonded to a psychic.
Sure, but what the fuck does it do?
It allows a psychic to achieve even greater heights in their life. It bends fate towards them. It is darkness incarnate.
I'm like totally digging.
I mean, that sounds
The
like a
true
beautiful
essence of a sky without a sun.
Are you a poet? You speak beautifully.
My
Must
parents
be-
taught me the ancient ancestral words of our people.
Cool. Well, yeah. I mean, then we'll like take you with us, I guess, into
Good.
the old.
I love danger.
Nice.
I will protect you, as is our blood
I'll-
oath bond.
Yeah, I'll protect you too. Good pal there. Yeah. So I think we're ready to leave this lump.
One
Now
week
they
later,
said that people had gone to this place before and tried. Did they mention any form of technology or anything like that there that would necessitate us trying to purchase any hacking tools or anything like
the
that?
only thing that has ever been sent back on a mission is that there's some sort of shielding that blocks people from getting in through teleportation. And that there is some sort of drone defense system that launches defenders, although no one has ever actually gotten past it, so no one knows what it is.
Okay.
That's okay. We're gonna
That's
put my
fun.
piloting skills and your pew pew skills to the test. It'll be great. And
I do like shooting things.
to Virgil's
A little bit.
benefit, Dean Fairless's captaining skills, I'm pretty sure.
My what? What?
So you saying after all these episodes, we're finally using the skills for which our characters
Wait,
were
my
designed
captain
for?
Still is coming into effect on the.
This is the first time you're going on an actual adventure, too.
Where we're gonna have a ship-to-ship battle.
That's true. You are looking at an upcoming ship-to-ship battle.
Now, this is based off my gunnery skill, right?
No.
First,
No?
let's worry about getting
Screwed.
onto the planet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am worrying. About
So what is your plan here? It will take you 1 day to travel to Bir Kugan,
Mm-hmm.
and arrive in the upper atmosphere.
Okay.
Do you want to arrive directly over the Eye of Diabolos, giant storm over which the vault is situated?
Yeah.
What did you say? You said there was
There's 2 ways down. So the first is to use the power of the storm to help rotate around and then slowly you know what a Holtzman transfer orbit is? Basically
Yeah.
like slowly push your ship into the
Yeah,
spiral.
we call that the toilet bowl.
Yeah, exactly. It's a toilet bowl maneuver. The other way is to try to dive straight down through the worst part of the storm.
and that was significantly more difficult, but I don't remember how much more.
So it is a 12 to attempt to dive straight down through the storm. It is a 10 to make the spiral.
What's the time difference involved?
It will take 24 hours to do the spiral. It will be several minutes to make the direct drop.
Direct drop would give us the most time there.
Now remember, your ship starts radioactively cooking after 48 hours.
Right.
So we would have.
But we only I mean,
So basically,
my plan is
time in, time
so-
out. We have to do the quick
So-
insert.
So my plan, because our suits will hold for up to 24 hours now, right? So my plan was spiral in for the easy in. Don't spend 24 hours there, and then punch out for the 12 the harder to get out.
Fine with me. You're the pilot.
Okay.
Said the captain.
Eh.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean, do
mean-
you have an objection to that? Would you really prefer that I make the harder roll coming in?
To be honest, I'd prefer the harder roll going in and out so we can maximize our time on planet. But
I mean,
your recommendation definitely makes a lot of sense.
I don't want to start cooking if we can avoid it.
Juan Diego's the pilot. I'll trust the pilot.
Okay.
Let the pilot.
So yeah, we're coming in.
Pilot dexterity.
Okay. And assisted.
Yeah, Drand will assist you, providing you with updated navigational information,
Alrighty.
vis-a-vis wind currents, temperature, and radiations.
All right. So yeah, Juan Diego sits behind the control stick.
Oh, do you do that thing they did in the Star Trek movie where you take away the like panel and then like a PlayStation controller comes up?
Oh God, that was so lame.
I'm gonna need to go to hardcore mode to get maximum maneuvering out of the ship.
I just figured it had hand controls all along.
Of course. Why wouldn't it? Wow, Chad is really going away with this dark force power thing. It's addicting, isn't it? To just go full on dark force
Yeah.
power.
I'm liking this dark force power. I think it's going to serve us well.
Lord Slayers is here to save us all.
Yeah. So
Your fate bound to him.
I crushed that roll to find a good plant.
Yeah.
So yeah, one Diego starts like chewing bubble gum or something, and like cracks his knuckles, and it makes sure that he has like a pee bottle nearby because he's gonna be like at the controls for a solid 24 hours.
There are women on this ship, you know that, right?
So
Okay. All right.
It's
I
a
mean,
spaceship.
you're not in the cockpit 24/7. It's fine.
Besides, it's in the future, and we're in
Why
a,
wouldn't you
know,
just
tight
pilot
quarters
in your
spaceship.
suit?
What?
Get into your psi suit and pilot using that, and then you can just pee and let the filtration system work.
I figured I wouldn't have the dexterity to do that.
bounce
Your
pop.
psi suit is a regular suit. You can operate
Yeah,
machinery with
it's
it.
not like a big mech or
Yeah,
anything.
it's not a-
Well, I mean, like I wouldn't necessarily know that I would.
Oh, you're
have
thinking
to-
of like fine
mean-
dexterity control.
Yeah.
My leather
All right,
jacket-
yeah. If Juan Diego's the kind of person that feels like he'd do better, he's like, I can't have anything between.
Pilots
I don't
are
want
a
a rubber.
superstitious
I can't-
sort,
Can't have anything between me and the stick.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Does my leather jacket fit on over my suit?
No, it doesn't.
Dear, I'll have to have that let
Here's
out.
the
Suit's
point.
just
You know,
slightly. It's
I
just
can modify it.
exactly slightly too bulky to fit.
If we
over
get
this.
some pre-tech, I can modify your suit so it can turn into your jacket.
Okay. All right. I'm rolling these
Yep.
dice. 12.
Nice.
That is what you need. Yeah, you begin the slow, gentle glide through the heart of the Eye of Diabolos. As you begin approaching the facility, with your high enough roll, you are not surprised when you detect a ship identifying itself as Mandate Fleet Light Frigate Excelsior. It is demanding that you turn away immediately or be fired upon.
Down on the ground.
Question.
No, it's flying through the storm.
What the
You're
shit?
you're having a lot of trouble picking it up on sensors. It's kind of like a ghost reading, but it is moving in a position behind your ship, and is demanding that you leave the area or be fired upon.
What kind
Question.
of ship is it?
This system has been here since before the Scream, right?
That is what you've been told.
So historical knowledge, mandate vessels. Would I be able to make any kind of no check to see if I remember any old mandate codes from my time learning at the Imago Day?
Yes. The difficulty for this check starts at an 8. If you get a 10 or higher, something significant will come to you. Is of course an intelligence check.
How about a 12?
All right. Not only do you have specific Imago Day codes to identify yourself as, like you'll identify yourself as a Night Brother. Essentially, it's not good enough to, for instance, you aren't associated with the military, right? They weren't a member of the military, but maybe the ship won't fire on you instantly. More importantly, you remember that you actually have a Mandate IFF stuck in your black box.
Oh, but if I turn it on,
Behind the
Zealous will
firewall.
know. Damn it! I'm not going to turn it on, but I'll open
we're
up
not very
comms and
close.
I'll say
We're
like
not even-
Lexic Dark break alpha code transmit.
Like, tell them we're having to land. Trouble.
Would Zealous know if we turned it on?
I don't know.
all
We're
the way?
a whole system away from anywhere where anything is like in communications.
So I was able to get my hands on that thing, so I would basically know how it worked.
Yep.
Would turning that on alert Zealous to our presence here?
If Zealous had any platforms or agents in this system, they would know instantly.
Is there any
Um,
way to like limit the broadcast range on it?
The only thing that could limit the broadcast range is the fact that you're already within something from which broadcasting is extremely difficult. The atmosphere of Bir Kogan.
That's true. The atmosphere does really limit stuff like that. I mean, it would be a risk.
Well, this is your area of expertise, so I'm going to leave that to you.
So, just to let you know what's happening, you transmit your authorization codes identifying you as a Night Brother. The occasional sporadic lock-ons that your ship is suffering, like for portions, like several milliseconds, cease. You're no longer being targeted by weapons, but they are attempting to maintain a sensor lock that, again, they're having trouble with. Their communications with you are as choppy as your communications with them. You get the idea that they're trying to get you to still leave, but respectfully. They're not like, you're trespassing on military property. They're like, Night Brother, you've wandered into a
You don't really
constricted-
belong here. If you
Yeah.
could,
This isn't really your jurisdiction.
it's
so
like a
maybe-
Canadian pilot accidentally flies over the U.S. border, and they're like, listen, buddy,
Oh,
we're going to
sorry.
need you to turn around and go back to Canada. They're not like, fuck, shoot that motherfucker down right now.
At least not yet. But
Oh,
they didn't
if
tell
it
us anything
accepts-
about other ships down here. They didn't tell us to expect to see anybody. Right?
They
If it-
told you to expect that there would be a defense system.
Okay,
if
but they,
this system is treating me as a night brother, which I am, and I don't really have a reason to be here, though, that only buy us a certain amount of time. I'm going to start broadcasting a distress signal.
Okay.
and I'm going to be like, Juan Diego, can you get us out of here? I don't think they'll be able to follow you in the storm.
Just keep going. We're fine.
What is the nature of the distress that you're broadcasting? Just a general emergency?
Yeah, just declaring a general emergency, needing to land immediately.
Okay.
I mean, if you do, you should do something that's like true. Be like, the captain is completely incompetent.
So
we need
Juan
a new
Diego,
one.
as soon as that distress signal begins broadcasting, you notice an immediate change in the acceleration of the Excelsior. It begins speeding up rapidly to catch up with you. It is as fast or slightly faster than your ship.
They're
that
coming
gave me
after us.
one.
I don't know
And
why.
Is there still any weapons lock?
No, it's the sensors lock. So they're using something called interception theory, which is by constantly moving in the direction that you're pointed to, they will eventually catch up with you. As long as you're not flying in a straight line, and you continue to follow the curvature of the storm, they're going to attempt to weather the storm and beat you wherever you're going. And they'll make it, essentially. They have the speed. They have the maneuverability.
Can I try to out turn them?
Okay, yeah.
I'll just let them know.
Turn
Right
us
now,
back
it
into the
thinks that
storm.
we're a friendly. If we just keep acting like a friendly, we should be fine.
We're broadcasting.
Yep, you're broadcasting a distress signal.
Oh well, that's why they're coming.
I'm giving us a reason. I'm giving it a reason for us being here. That way, it won't decide. Okay, I've tried turning you away. You're not responding and you're not reacting. So I'm gonna have to take you out. Sorry, bye.
I think they've decided to come and help, which is
That's
not
fine.
exactly what we need. No, we don't want to talk to these people.
So
It's not people.
while you're bickering, Juan Diego, we're going to make opposing
If
rolls.
they heard you say that, they'd be offended.
And you still need to get above an 8 on the roll in order to not suffer ill effects of the storm.
Okay.
Are you ready to do a piloting check?
Yeah. Is Dran still helping me?
Yes. Drand is also nervous as fuck.
I pat him reassuringly on the knee and say, "You got this, Strand."
Okay. If you say so, some sort of weird ass freaky ghost ship shows out of a storm and
If the
pilot's real bad, just good enough to not crash itself.
No! Wow.
All right.
What? You needed an 8. You got an 8.
Yeah, no, I needed to be better than him and
Yes.
at least an 8.
So here's the
So now
deal.
instead we're tied.
The two ships are unable to make headway.
how close is it?
It's
can I try
close
to
enough
sense,
that you're both in weapons range of each other.
Can I try to sense if there's anything sentient on there?
You're not within 100 meters.
Yeah.
It's more like a kilometer. You're both within, like, not just weapons range, but at a kilometer away. If someone fires first, it'll basically be instant, right? Like, a laser will go instantly. The sand thrower is essentially useless in this atmosphere. They are, despite calling themselves a light frigate, they are essentially a free merchant ship class hull as well. It looks like this ship is really, really old. Like 500 or 600 years old. Like, this thing was the age that your ship is at the time the scream happened.
So
We got to take it down.
Its technology level is maybe
We don't have to take it down.
equal to yours at best.
So question.
It's vectoring into help. It thinks we're friendly.
But we don't
We're
want it.
lying, though. It'll figure that out.
But my question is, if it's that old and it's been in this atmosphere, like, what kind of shape is it in?
It looks like it's pretty well maintained.
What if we can we get a scan on the hull, see if it's some kind of weird material?
Yes. It is made with classic, the same stuff that your ship is made of, right? Like classic, whatever, ferro, nanite, titanium. The thing that's ancient about it is its electronics and weapon system. So now that it is close enough to essentially be just outside visual range, communications between your ships have cleared up, and you get the message. Clearly, this is the Excelsior. We are coming to assist you. Please attempt to stay on the glide path. Do not deviate. We will attach grappling clamps.
Excelsior, this is Nori. Unfortunately, we had a slight equipment malfunction there that transmitted a false distress signal. We apologize. We are stopping the signal now.
All right. Before you're done talking, you get a weapons lock on your ship.
Is there a way to shake a weapons lock?
I mean, no. They're going to start shooting you very shortly.
Nori, Excelsior, you appear to be locking on weapons.
Yeah,
Again, we are
I'm
a friendly retransmitting verification code.
Nori, this is Mandate Fleet Light Frigate Excelsior. Cease your glide path immediately and exit the Eye Diabolos. You are not authorized to be here.
Send them our authorization.
Is that you're trying to say open fire?
Yeah, I just want it to be cool.
So is this people or is this an automated system?
How would you tell the difference?
That's a good point.
It's unclear.
All right, I'll get the drop on him and shoot him first.
Okay, I mean, we will see what happens. You will get a surprise round at the beginning of combat next session. Definitely, you guys should read the combat rules because they are way more comprehensive.
Complicated as fuck.
I mean, it's not that they're complicated, but they were redesigned using the fleet combat rules from the source book so that everyone on the ship would have something to do instead of just the pilot rolling, here's my hit, and that's all I do this round.
Okay.
And the captain saying, this is what phase we're in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's look at experience. I feel like I want to make a character sheet for Slayers, just to have Slayers level up over time.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Slayers is a good addition to the crew.
I love my new life partner, Slayers.
I mean, he is your life partner, so don't even joke about that shit.
I'm fully serious.
You'll never be able to leave him. Mostly because he's inside you already. Let's look at goals here. You didn't make a successful trade deal this episode. Dean, you literally get 1 XP.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, it is rough. Let's see here. Jonas,
is that the role-playing
you
XP?
gained an ally for your ship.
Yep.
You
Sure
get
did.
3 XP. Juan Diego, you technically you did visit the NN system, although I'm not going to give that to you because you spent like 5 seconds there before jumping out again.
It's fine.
So you get 2 XP.
That's exactly when I needed to level up. Thank goodness.
Let's see. Where's the level chart?
It's character advancement, and it's the same place it always is. Probably somewhere
I have
around
it bookmarked.
93 or 97.
It is 57, actually.
Sure. We actually have a handout called character advancement that both has the page number and shows you all of that information. It was
okay,
made...
so I still have 6 XP to go before I get to level 7.
That's rough.
Well, I just hit level 6, so I'm not going to.
Yeah, I only have a couple. Like, if I had a good session, I could have leveled up, but I didn't have good goals.
It's too bad I didn't take your advice and change it to go to the Oris system. Then I would have succeeded at that. All right, level 6, roll 6d6 plus 12.
Oh, actually, I never leveled up from hitting my 27 experience. So
I gained 2 hit
so I
points.
technically have a level. Wait.
Awesome.
No, I did take this
The
level.
show
I
is the
did.
worst at leveling. You guys are fucking awful at it. I just want to be clear
Not that-
here. There's
I mean,
never
it
been
takes me
a
2
show and a
seconds to
system
level.
where people are as bad at it as this show.
That's okay.
Even Pathfinder players were better than this. Okay,
That makes me feel a sense of pride and accomplishment.
I could have a Geico commercial that
I
says
think.
so easy a Pathfinder player could do it, and it would be totally relevant. That's harsh. Those are harsh words. Speaking of harsh words, let's do outros. Start with the harshest of harsh. The harsh master in general. Sid Alpha.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. It was a lot of fun.
Where's the I am Sid Alpha thing? I'm fucking expecting that shit.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am
Sid Alpha.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for watching this episode of Stars Without Number. I do appreciate you coming and joining us today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all the things, click all the buttons, and make sure to tell all your friends about the show because it's awesome and the cast is awesome. And don't forget to come back here again on Monday for Can Call, where I get way, way too far into the board game with Kelsa and Arthur and Lexi Tales and Cotton.
Forgot Cotton. Jeez.
Don't forget.
I did not forget Cotton. I said Cotton.
I mean, you. There was a skip beat there where you forgot Cotton.
That's called breathing. It happens.
You expect me to believe that an internet broadcaster like you has to breathe?
No, actually, there's oxygen tanks on the back of the chair here and a tube that goes right into my lungs.
He edits
works
out
great.
most of the breathing in the YouTube videos.
I do. I absolutely do. Because nobody wants to hear me go every 5 seconds.
That's why
It's
I feel
just
bad
terrible.
for my cast, because my microphone doesn't activate half the time when I'm actually talking, but that means everybody has to hear me breathe on the cast. It's bad. It's real bad.
Just no, it's great. Had a lot of fun. I almost spent all of my money on that suit, and it's totally utilitarian in nature. But it'll be great. It'll be fun. I'll enjoy the hell out of it. And I unfortunately have to blow up a mandate ship, and I'm not happy about that. I wanted to be able to skate us by with my my Imago Day stuff, but I ended up screwing that up myself. So
I mean,
Yes.
listen, no one lets the Jesuits on a military base, okay? They might be closely aligned with American intelligence, but they're not military members. And if you don't believe me about that shit, look up the long history of Jesuits in the CIA.
I got us a surprise round out of it, though, so that's at least something.
I mean, I'd be surprised, too, if the fucking Jesuits opened fire on a military base.
Why is there a monk shooting at us?
Military base. Surprise, motherfucker!
Father, what have I done?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That's surprisingly relevant.
For once. Yeah.
No, that's about all I got. Plenty of new videos coming. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my BattleTech review finished tomorrow. So don't forget to follow me on YouTube and check that out. Also, I'm on Twitter, where I tend to start lots of fights, and then Reddit and Facebook and all that. And yeah.
Starts tons of fights.
Hey, I did not start that fight. I didn't. The other person started that fight.
Which fight? You've been in
Doesn't
like
matter.
3 fights in the last 24 hours, Sid.
Doesn't matter. Each and every single one of them. Well, no.
Listen, I'm so worried about Sid. I wake up this morning, I'm like, Sid, you okay, bro? You gonna be good? You seem to be fighting everybody. Then I check Twitter and I was like, shit, he's fighting more people.
Well, it's I go through these periods of time to where there's just some headspace stuff that I just, that's how some people clear their heads. They just
Look, this
get
Andrew
into,
Watt
they go
bullshit.
to the bar, they get drunk, they get into a bar fight, and they wake up the next day and they're fine.
Well,
this is just the Twitter
sometimes
variant
Andrew
of that.
Watt emails you and is like, listen, I am a lawyer. and I'm telling you to stop using my full legal name. I'm like,
Like,
that's
well, maybe you shouldn't have used that as your developer name and your public Twitter handle. And yeah, by the way, I managed to get a hold of a UK attorney, and he says you're full of shit. So
Why does your email address list your name as Sydney? I thought your first name was Richard.
middle name's Richard.
Oh.
I've been going by Richie actually since before I could even remember. So that's a little something that
I
not
mean,
many
that's the
people know
problem
about
is
me.
when we're on BattleTech, I keep wanting to call Rad Richard, but then I know I'm going to trigger all of the Richards on the cast. Not as bad as the time where we had 4 fucking Daves on the goddamn.
Like a bunch of gophers poking their heads up. What?
I was like,
I've
hey, what's up,
never-
Dave? And like 4 people were like, hey. And I was like, oh, shit, that's right. All of you motherfuckers are named Dave.
I've never had that problem before.
Yeah,
I'll
it'll be
listen,
fun.
Virgil. I'll do my best to over the rest of the year find a second person named Virgil,
Name Virgil and get
and
him
get
on
them
the
in a
show.
one shot with you. And then I'm just gonna say Virgil constantly and not indicate which Virgil it brought me to. I'll have an NPC named Virgil as well.
It'll be pretty obvious though, because when you have like that angry tone, I'll know it's talking to me.
When you have that slightly disappointed tone.
Where I'm talking about my level of dark force power.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no T in my name.
All right, Virgil, why don't you tell us about yourself?
I also don't have a T in my name.
Virgil
That's
with a
like
T would be
Virgil?
interesting.
Virgil.
Virgil?
Virgil.
Sounds like if I get
Virgil.
married.
I would trust a man named Virgil. I mean, that sounds very Greek.
Yeah. My full name is Virgil Ambrose Levenger, which is like
Ambrose is a dope ass
the
middle
best
name.
Ambrose is a dope name. Just
Yeah, I'm
full
so
stop.
It's the worst first name though. People who have Ambrose as the first name are always the villain.
Yeah, they're always dicks. Every single one of them.
for Ambrose.
Yeah, that's a Patrick Rothfuss
Kelsa, you've
reference,
actually
Kelsa.
met an Ambrose that wasn't an ass.
Have I?
Well, the way you gave pause there is like, made me wonder. Did you? Because I'm gonna,
no.
citation needed for that.
Name is
Fictional character.
literal last name is Jackass. So
Well, fictional character doesn't count.
On the internets, though, I often go by Zircon5,
that's true.
where you can find my music on the soundcloud.com/Zircon5 and my fun roleplay stuff on the twitch.tv/Zircon5. So hit that stuff up. That was a very fun session. I'm so excited about Slayers, my Dark Force buddy, and my new suit with my new knife, and all the sensor arrays and stuff. I have all these new cool powers. It's almost like I leveled up even though I didn't get to. I was really excited. I thought I would level up and then I would get more meta psionic powers because those sound fun. And eventually I'll be a level 4 telepath and I can like rip holes in the sides of like
You mean
spaceships.
telekinetic?
Or telekinetic, yeah. And I can just like rip TL4 walls apart, which will be super fun. So keep watching,
we
everyone.
could be bank robbers.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching and I hope to see y'all next week for the live show again.
Kelsa, tell us about yourself.
Hello, I'm Kelsa. I play role-playing games on the internet. That's mostly what I do. It's what I just did right now. And I'm going to do it on Monday for Cancol. I'm going to do it on Tuesday for Harvest Valley. Although, actually, we might be playing Monster Prom in that spot just because character transition, given a little time. And on Thursday, we're playing Band of Blades, which is a dark military drama set in a weird fantasy world where we're fighting against a horde of undead and probably going to die. That's what I've got going on right now. You can follow me on Twitter at Kelsa, Twitch and YouTube. It's Kelsa Delphi. And I always tweet when I'm going live, and I always host when I'm on other people's channels. I have a one-shot coming up next week. And
I wish I had time for one shot.
I barely have time for one-shots, but I'm working them in there where I can. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on right now. And I leveled up Juan Diego successfully. I gained 2 hit points, and my piloting is now 3. So um
That is a number.
maybe that will help us in this upcoming battle. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, where we get to meet Waju.
Paulette.
Paulette?
I mean,
Paulette.
I need to
Paulette.
meet her as soon as we're done talking here.
Yeah.
So we'll find out more about. I'll find out more about her now. The rest of y'all motherfuckers can wait till later.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I mean, if you're watching the show and this is the first episode, then I'm not gonna do my intro for you. Go watch another episode of this. You'll probably go watch the 9 that came before this one. Like that one episode of Burning Crowns where I was like, I'm not going to do an intro. It's literally episode 28. No one's watching it for the first time. But someone in the audience is like, actually, this is my first time. And I was like, well, fuck you.
I was watching live that time. I remember that.
Why would you join at episode 28? For real. That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
You
That's all
know,
I'm saying. Have a good night,
Maybe
y'all.
some people don't like the beginnings because they're like, maybe some other shows are slow in
Oh,
the
boy.
beginning.
I mean, Burning Crowns definitely was slow at the beginning.
Burning Crowns was a lot of things over
Yes, it was.
the course of that show.
Now we have mini Burning Crowns. All right. Have a good night, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow and the next night and the night after that and the night after that and the night after that. Have a lot of shows.